Welcome to Advanced Color Grading in Resolve 18. I'm your host, Mark Spencer. This tutorial has three primary goals. First, we want you to develop a deeper knowledge of the grading toolset available in Resolve. Second, we want you to understand specific strategies and workflows to speed up the process of color grading. And third, we want to prepare you for passing the certified exam. This tutorial is organized into three primary sections. The first is focused on color correction, the second on managing grades and nodes, and the third on optimizing the grading workflow. More specifically, in the color correcting section, we'll look at balancing footage, creating color continuity between shots, and correcting enhancing isolated areas or secondary color correction. In the section on managing grades and nodes, we'll look at conforming from an XML timeline exported from another NLE. We'll manage grades across clips and across timelines, and we'll learn how to master the node processing pipeline. In the third and final section on optimizing the grading workflow, we'll learn how to adjust image properties, learn the power of using groups in a grading workflow, learn how to work with raw media, and understand the project delivery process. Because this is an advanced tutorial, we assume you have basic familiarity with the Resolve UI and the toolset. With that said, let's jump into a refresher of the color page. In Resolve, at the bottom of the user interface, I've selected the color page. In the Workspace menu at the top, I'll choose to reset the UI layout for the standard layout. There are some small user interface changes between Resolve 17 and 18. As we begin to work with different features of Resolve, I'll point out these changes along the way. The toolbar along the top allows me to show and hide various parts of the user interface. I'll reset the UI. The viewer in the middle is used to work on your grade, although it's recommended that you also connect a professional calibrated grading monitor. Along the top of the viewer, you can see the current size, the name of the project, the name of the current open timeline, the source time code of the current clip, and some other controls. You have several options on how to look at the viewer. From the Workspace menu, under the Viewer mode, there are three options. The keyboard shortcut for the Cinema viewer has changed in Resolve 18, although this keyboard shortcut P will still work. The Enhanced viewer, accessed with Option F or Alt F, hides the timeline and the user interface elements on the left and right to create a larger viewer area. Option F will toggle that off and on. The full screen viewer is accessed with Shift F and hides most of the user interface, with the toolbar still accessible on top and the pages still accessible below. Shift F will toggle that off. The Cinema viewer, accessed with the P key or Command or Control F, gives you a full screen view and eliminates all user interface elements, although if you hover the mouse, you'll get a transport control for the current clip, and if you right-click, you can show scopes, which can then be moved around. Pressing Escape returns us to the standard view. To the left of the viewer is the gallery for storing still frames for reference and grades for copying. To the right of the viewer is the node editor. You apply corrections to nodes, and you can add separate nodes for additional corrections, which is an extremely powerful way of organizing your grades into what's called a node tree. Below the viewer are the clips from our timeline. Those can be turned off and on with the Clips button up in the toolbar. The colored outline around each clip indicates that that clip has had at least one correction applied. No colored outline, it means no corrections have been applied. Below the clips is the mini timeline, which can be turned on and off by clicking the button in the toolbar. Moving the playhead along the timeline selects a different clip in the clip view. Clicking a clip in the clip view moves the playhead to the beginning of that clip. The mini timeline is tied directly to the timeline in both the cut page and the edit page. So if we go to the edit page, we'll see our playhead at the beginning of this same second clip. And if we go to the cut page, we'll see the same thing. Let's return to the edit page. If I move the playhead to the third clip and go back to the color page, we'll be on the third clip in the mini timeline of the color page. In this way, you can fluidly move between either the edit page or the cut page and the color page. At the bottom of the interface are palettes for performing the meat and potatoes of color grading. The left palette shows the primaries wheels by default, but also includes palettes for primaries bars and log wheels. Each option in this palette can also be accessed through this pop-up menu. In Resolve 18, this pop-up menu has been replaced by icons, and the name of each primaries palette type has been moved to the left side. The center palette provides access to curves, the color warper, qualifiers, power windows, tracking, the magic mask, blurs, keying, transformations, and stereoscopic work. To the right, the video scopes can be enabled by clicking this button. They can be modified through this pop-up menu and can be turned into a floating window by clicking here. I'll close that so I can dock the scopes at the bottom right. We'll dive into all these controls in much more detail. In the next lesson, you'll begin the process of color grading a Resolve timeline.